How's it going today? It's your man Cham here, and today I'm a bit frustrated actually. We're here for round 3 of the ASR Formula 2 Championship, but unfortunately our day hasn't got off to a good start. So basically I'm here in qualifying. We've had a pretty average first lap, and then, well, things were only set to get worse from here, as on my second attempt I ended up cutting a corner and getting my lap invalidated. And then on my final attempt, the third one, I was purple in sector 1, but then, well, I bottled it and now I start in P8. Not exactly the start I was looking for in this race, but hopefully we can still make something good out of the race despite being on the 4th row, when in reality I feel like I could have got pole. To be fair, looking at it now, even after the race has happened, I'm still very disappointed about this result. I could have been a lot higher up. But oh well, let's see what happens in the race. Seeing as I've come into this race in 2nd place in the championship, I still have a lot to lose if I get things wrong at the start. But anyway, here's 5 lights. And out they go, and away we go for round 3 of the ASR Formula 2 Championship Season 3. I've had an alright start, nothing too good, but thankfully no one behind me is kept up, so I'm just going to slot on the outside. Hopefully no one comes in with a dive bomb, which they have. Thank you very much, guys. And, well, I've lost a place at the start, but now there's cars just going everywhere, and I've actually gained a place in all of this. I've overtaken Headshot, I've overtaken Moss Matty, who's been taken out again, and, well, the start could have been a lot worse, but at the same time, it could have been a lot better had that Renault not dived in front of us. As it stands at the moment, our goal is to get in front of the Renault, but unfortunately for me, the guys behind me had other ideas, as Grunting Tortoise gave me a shove up the back, took some front wing off his own car, and let Headshot back through. By this point in the race, I was already feeling pretty mad. I could be a lot higher up than I was, and I just was not in the mood to actually wait around. But unfortunately, I didn't want to lose any more championship points, so I kind of had to. Bit of a rock and a hard place situation, I think. In reality, though, I didn't really have a choice, as, well, basically all I could do without causing an accident for either me or Headshot Gaming in front was to just stick behind him, really, and hope that we can get a decent run on the Renault in front, which we seem to be doing, actually. I'm going to duck around the outside here, I reckon. Hopefully he overshoots it. Nope, never mind. I'm stupid. He's decided to brake ultra early, give no one a chance to go past. Good defending, but it's cost us part of our front wing, and I'm not happy about that at all. To add insult to injury, really, I couldn't make a move stick around this next corner too, because, well, bit of moving there, but I just didn't have the pace to actually make a dive bomb stick, really. Despite the fact it was only still lap 2, this was really getting to my head, and so I decided to try and go for an ambitious move on Headshot, but unfortunately I didn't have the exit traction to actually make it stick. However, things weren't getting better, as he'd actually made a bit of a gap now to not be in my dirty air, and then, well, Rumble nearly made things pretty bad as he got really close to us. So close, actually, that he was still on my outside come the end of the corner. So he got through us, but, well, I was not going to sit around and wait for him, so I've just gone for the dive bomb, given him a bit of a shove, pushed him off the line and taken the place, because I really did not have the time to wait behind him and put up with 8th place. Unfortunately, however, Rumble really wanted to steal 2nd place in the championship from me this race, and so here he goes. He's made a dive, and, well, because of my front wing damage, I haven't been able to answer back, and he's made it stick. By the end of that lap, though, my tyres felt like crap, and I didn't want to get caught in a poor strategy like China, so I decided that I was just going to go in the pits, get rid of this front wing, and see what I could do on a pair of softs. Unfortunately, I had to factor in the front wing change, which was also going to take another 7 seconds or so, which really wasn't nice. I did not like that at all. But anyway, out we go, and hopefully we can get a good race going. We've only got 13 in the lobby, so I should be able to score some alright points. However, as to be expected in ASR, really, we didn't have anything go to plan, and our old foe from Season 2, Grunting Tortoise, comes out ahead of us, going as slow as ever in his Red Bull. Not exactly the greatest scenario ever, but hopefully I should get a move done on him pretty quick. I mean, I've been so much faster than most people on pace this weekend around this track, and because he's got mediums, I should be able to get the hang of it, hopefully around the outside of this corner. As we go in for the braking, and, well, quite frankly, what the f was that? It's pushed us off the road, made us lose a whole heap of time, and, well, now we've got Mosme to contend with as he goes for the dive bomb around the corner. I'm done. This race has just been a complete write-off. I could have been on pole. In fact, judging by my times, I probably should have been on pole. But unfortunately, things just aren't meant to be here, and they're only bound to get worse. Going to my newer tyres, I made a pretty quick and easy move on Mosmatty and got myself into the points again. However, things weren't exactly going to go back on track again, as, well, we've come out right next to Mozza. We've gone around the outside looking to make a move into turn 2, and, well, then that basically confirmed the end of my race, as I tried to go for a door that was closing. Mosmatty couldn't do anything, and so he hit the back of me, and there goes part of my front wing yet again. That one, I will admit, is my own fault. I'm sorry to the other two. I didn't want to get myself stuck in a Mercedes sandwich like that, but these things happen, I guess. It's just racing. We've moved on, which is all good. But unfortunately, it ruined all 3 of our races, so yeah. I guess things could have been a lot better. Unfortunately, however, things weren't exactly going to get better for me, as Mozza, who somehow hadn't suffered any damage in the incident, actually managed to claw back the time he lost and re-pass me on his soft tyres. It was fair play to him. He put a pretty good move on me, he was quicker, and I was just left scratching my head at this point. What had gone so wrong on my weekend? I was not looking forward to having to drive a race like this. I was looking forward to taking a podium and catching up to Force 1 in the championship. For I still wasn't in the mood to hang around, and so here I go. I've tried a pretty ambitious dive bomb here, and it didn't exactly come off as well as it should have, as now I've actually cost Mozza part of his front wing. Annoyingly, above all, he did actually stay past me, which was incredibly frustrating. And he was still in front of me by the time pit stops were coming. So in I went to the pits. I was hoping that I'd be able to try and do a different strategy to him, go on the medium tyres, churn out a lot of fast laps, and just beat him out, really. Unfortunately though, I did have to change yet another front wing, and so that was going to cost me a bit of time. However, after churning out a fair few fastest laps, I found myself in front of Mozza, who was on a very different strategy to me actually. He decided, in his wisdom, I guess, to put the super soft tyres on and try to go to the end with 8 laps to go. I personally wasn't sure about this strategy, but he thought he'd make it work. After a few laps, however, it was pretty clear to see that his strategy was working a lot better than what I was on. I was on the mediums and I was struggling. He was on the super softs and, well, he nailed a pretty damn good overtake on me there to take P7 from me in the dying embers of the race. With 6 laps to go, I was hoping his tyres would wear off, but unfortunately I just couldn't see it happening, and, well, I was just prepared to settle for 8th at this point, really. I mean, Mosmatty behind me, he wasn't exactly close to me, as he'd have some more dramas after our crash, and Mozza was just too fast for me at this point, and I could just not keep up with him despite the fact that I was going very quickly myself. And so here we were on the final lap, and unfortunately I got it wrong. His strategy of staying out on the super soft, Mozza's strategy of staying out on the softs and getting the super softs back on just seems to have paid out for him a lot better than my strategy paid out for me. In reality though, I didn't really have a very good race, but I did have a bit of a consolation prize here as Wayno takes the win instead of Force 1. Although in reality, all that meant really was just the fact that another driver was going to be ahead of me in the championship come the end of this round. All I could do at this point really was just accept the points for 8th place, take the 4 points, and hopefully make them good use out of it. But unfortunately, even that wasn't guaranteed now, as, well, I made a bit of a mistake, had a moment, got on the gravel, and then I found myself in the wall and out of the race. Not good. It just sums up my day really, doesn't it? In fact, for me, it just screams Ferrari's real 2017 season. It just hasn't gone to plan, has it? I swear this car is cursed. The SF70H, it really is cursed. Honestly.
You can see them on their way out to the podium now. Force India have really come a long, long way in this sport. And what a special race this was, to see them earn that top spot.
And so there we have it, there's the end of my race, and in reality that could have gone a lot better for me. Somehow though, I've kept on my record of actually finishing the place I've started in. I've done it all 3 races now, and hopefully, unless we take pole next week, we can break that streak. The less said about this race, the better. I mean, I came into this race in 2nd place, and now I'm coming out of it not even on the podium places in terms of points. What could have been? I'm so far behind in the points now, it's not nice. Anyway, it's been your man Cham, and I will see you next time.